January 31st, 2026. A normal Saturday night. An 84-year-old woman has dinner with her daughter, goes home, and goes to bed. She is never seen alive again. But here's the worst part. Somebody was already waiting for her. Before the night ended, a masked man walked up to her front door. He didn't knock. He didn't break in right away. He just looked at the doorbell camera, covered the lens, and waited. 3 months later, no suspect, no body. Just a $1 million reward and a family that has already accepted she may be dead. This is Nancy Guthrie, 84 years old. She's lived in the same home in the Catalina foothills north of Tucson, Arizona for decades. Her daughter is Savannah Guthrie, yes, the co-anchor of NBC's Today Show. But on the night of January 31st, 2026, she wasn't a celebrity's mother. She was just a woman who went to dinner at her daughter Annie's house. Around 9:48 p.m., Annie's husband, Tommaso Cioni, drops her off at her home. Her garage door opens, it closes. She's inside. Now watch the clock. 9:48 p.m., Nancy is home. 1:47 a.m., her Nest doorbell camera goes offline. 2:12 a.m., 25 minutes later, motion is detected on her porch. 2:28 a.m., data from Nancy's pacemaker app shows the device disconnected from her phone. That 2:28 a.m. digital death is the last heartbeat her devices ever recorded. The next morning, Nancy doesn't show up for a virtual church service at a friend's house. That friend calls the family. At 11 a.m., she's reported missing. At first, they think she fell or wandered off, but when police arrive, they find drops of her blood on the front porch. That's when everything changes. The FBI recovers residual data from Nancy's Nest doorbell camera. The footage is only 44 seconds long, black and white, silent, and absolutely terrifying. It shows a male suspect, approximately 5 feet 9 inches to 5 feet 10 inches, average build. He's wearing a ski mask, gloves, a jacket, a handgun holster, and a 25-liter Ozark Trail hiker pack backpack, a model sold at Walmart. Watch what he does. He raises a gloved hand to the camera, tries to cover it, fails. So he walks off the porch, picks up a plant, and uses the foliage to manually block the lens. That's not random. That's someone who knew exactly where the camera was. If you think the doorbell video is creepy, wait until you hear about her Apple Watch. Investigators found Nancy's watch and phone still inside the house. She didn't take them with her. But retired FBI agent John McVeigh says that actually helps. An Apple Watch records health and movement data even when you're not actively using it. That data is sent directly to the iPhone Health app. One of the most critical pieces of evidence? Nancy's pacemaker. At 2:28 a.m., her pacemaker app stops syncing with her phone. That means one of two things. Either she was taken out of Bluetooth range, or her body was already somewhere else. Either way, the digital trail ends at 2:28 a.m. Within days, a strange element emerges. TMZ receives a ransom note. It demands money in exchange for Nancy's safety. But here's the twist. The note says the family will have no way of contacting the kidnapper. That is practically unheard of. A real kidnapper usually wants to negotiate. A fake one wants attention. Over the next few months, multiple ransom notes appear. Some demand cryptocurrency. One even states that Nancy has gone to be with God. The FBI has never confirmed any of them as authentic. But forensic psychologist Dr. Gary Brucato offers something darker. He calls this a potential elimination murder. His theory? The victim dies before the ransom note is ever written. The abduction is staged to mislead police. In plain English, she may have been dead before anyone even asked for money. And now we have to talk about something the sheriff says isn't a lead, but the internet can't stop talking about. Jonathan Lee Riches, a self-styled investigator who has been tracking the Guthrie case from Arizona, claims two things. First, that Annie Guthrie asked her mother for a loan before the disappearance. Second, that a property survey was done at Annie and Tommaso's home on January 30th, the day before Nancy vanished. Rich has posted documents online, writing, "How much does it cost to get a survey done? Why did Annie and Tommaso get a survey? Nancy Guthrie vanishes a day after the survey was done." Here's the problem. Sheriff Chris Nanos has already cleared all Guthrie family members of any suspicion. But remember, Tommaso Cioni was the last known person to see Nancy alive. He dropped her off. And Nancy had dinner with Annie the night before. Does that mean they're guilty? No. But in an unsolved disappearance, every thread looks suspicious. Even now, 3 months later, new videos keep surfacing. Recently, a Ring camera clip went viral. It shows a masked man in a gray F-150 pickup truck about 0.6 miles from Nancy's home. But he's not breaking into a house. He's stealing pots filled with cactus. Probably not the kidnapper. But the video proves one thing. There is a masked individual in that area who is completely comfortable operating at night. And then there's the DNA. The FBI is currently analyzing hair evidence found in Nancy's home that does not belong to her or her immediate family. Genetic genealogist C.C. Moore told News Nation this evidence absolutely can make the case solvable. But here's the catch. An FBI official later clarified that the hair evidence is not new. It was requested over 2 months ago. So while it could be a bombshell, it's not coming quickly. Let's talk about money. Savannah Guthrie and her family are offering $1 million for information leading to Nancy's recovery. On top of that, the FBI is offering $100,000. A local Tucson hotline adds another $100,000. That's more than $1.2 million. So why hasn't anyone come forward? Former FBI agent Jennifer Coffindaffer explains that in high-profile cases, the problem isn't the reward amount, it's trust. Someone with real information may be too scared to talk, or they may be connected to the suspect. Another possibility? The suspect is completely isolated. Retired FBI agent Steve Moore says that while 2 people are statistically more likely, many famous kidnappings were committed by a single person who never told a soul. Morgan Wright, a law enforcement expert who runs the National Center for Open and Unsolved Cases, put it bluntly. He said investigators should be testing the theory of a targeted abduction. Because this wasn't random. An 84-year-old woman requires daily medication. A random burglar would have stolen something. A random intruder wouldn't carry a 25-liter backpack with a handgun holster. Whoever did this planned it. They knew where the camera was. They knew how to disable it. They knew she would be alone. And they brought the tools to take her. Fast. So the question that keeps the FBI up at night? Was Nancy Guthrie the real target? Or was she just the way to get to someone else? It has now been over 3 months since Nancy Guthrie was last seen. The Pima County Sheriff's Department says the investigation is active, ongoing, and working closely with the FBI. But without a suspect, without a body, and without a confession, this case is dangerously close to going cold. If you know anything, even something that seems too small to matter, you can call the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI. A $1 million reward is still waiting. And somewhere out there, someone knows the answer. This is Varian's story. I'll see you in the next one.